did come out with their annual teddies for the worst spending by the government, the federal government in particular. They came out with 3. $8.2 million for that skating rink out there on Parliament Hill. That's $100,000 a day or $53 per skater, including Joel Denis on one occasion. The finance minister spent $192,000 on the budget cover, basically, and I guess some advertising to go with it, and $100,000 to operate the health minister's very poorly followed and little tweeted Twitter account. Now, it just seems to me that these particularly egregious, waste of money. Am I missing something here? They always had these, or is this just something that I've seen up close, therefore I get...
You know what? I put the skating rink in a different category than the other ones. Not just because JD has skated on it. People get some use out of those ones, but the enormous waste of money for a budget cover, I don't get it myself. You could have had school kids design one, and actually it wasn't all that nice. I remember commenting on it. It looked like it was made by a committee. Apparently it was made by a very expensive committee. and the other one, the Twitter, I don't get that either. And I think when you see expenses just for the sake of image and optics and PR, that's more vexing. The skating rink, I'm fine with.
Don, this is a good point that you're making. Those examples people can relate to because there are smaller amounts. People can relate to that. I have to work X number of weeks to make that amount of money that was spent on a cover of the budget, for example. But if you talk about big numbers like 22 billion, people have difficulty to relate. But those examples, they become the talking point of some people in coffee shops and all that. They spend that much money on Twitter accounts for the Ministry of Health, for example, $100,000.
Yeah,
your point's well taken that if you find these little examples of spending extravagance, the big ones, the big envelopes are stuffed with all kinds of weird spending ideas, one would think.
Yeah, and if you see spending like that, the budget is a big deal. And if other departments start seeing, oh, well, I can spend $10 trillion on a cover of a budget, then I do think, I hope this one is a brown paper bag.
After last year, maybe it will be.
Or we could ask the Prime Minister to take some selfies. He's pretty good at it,
Right.
Actually, he doesn't take them. He points out he doesn't take them.
He doesn't take his own selfies?
He just appears in them.
Oh, he just appears. Of course he does.
Yeah.